Right, all right. I haven't made a video in a little while. I haven't actually properly taken a camera out in a while to take some photos. So this week I had a couple of hours in a local village called Lacock. Quite famous for its abbey. They filmed Harry Potter there, probably loads of other things, to be honest. And yeah, I took my GX80, which I really enjoy using, but I haven't used it enough. And yeah, I took the 14mm lens. Probably can't see this, can you? It's not very good lighting. I took the 14mm lens and also the 25, which is kind of a favourite of mine. But the 14 giving you that sort of 28mm field of view is kind of good for this kind of sort of street photography kind of stuff. So Lacock, it's not quite in the Cotswolds, but it has a real Cotswold kind of feel about it. Lots of old sort of limestone. Is it limestone? Is Cotswold stone limestone? I'm going to Google that while I'm sat here now. Yes, it is. Of course it is. I should know that. I've been living here for 20 years. So yeah, you've got lots of like pale coloured houses, very similar. I've done a previous set of photos, so I'll put a link up, one of these, this side I think. I'll put a link up to the photos I've done from Castle Combe a while ago. But yeah, it's a nice spot. Lots of like old buildings. It's a National Trust. I think the whole village is kind of protected by the National Trust, so it means that all the buildings have to they have to keep the facades of the windows and the doors all looking old, and that means no PVC windows and stuff like that. So it's all kept really nice, but it does mean that it's quite often full of tourists, which is fine. Don't mind places being full of tourists. They keep the money rolling in, obviously, but it's kind of frustrating. These little Cotswold villages and towns are very picturesque. They've got stunning buildings, and especially something like Lacock, where you've got, if you took the vehicles out, you could literally be at almost any time for the last few hundred years, and that's kind of why I think they protect it like it is, and that's why it's used for film sets, etc. But it just makes it a bit frustrating when you want to go on your day off to go and take some photos, because inevitably there's plenty of cars and stuff around, and often obviously loads of people, so you can't really replicate something that might be 100 years old. So that's not kind of the point anyway. The point really for me was to get out with my camera for a little bit, go and grab a beer in a pub, and just have a bit of a wander and take some photos. So I've got a few that I don't know if I've shown any yet. I'm just talking, and then I'm going to edit later, and I'll probably put some photos up. But I think I got about 12 or 15 photos that I'm quite happy with. Just really interesting ones showing just some of the stuff that's going on. You know, there's plenty of things going on in Lacock, and we're only talking like a very small few streets really. There's a wider area that you can explore if you need to, and of course you can go and pay the National Trust to go into the abbey and stuff. I didn't do any of that. I might do that one day, I don't know, but it's quite expensive to go into National Trust properties, and I'd already paid £5 to park, so yes, and £6 for a beer. God, it's a lot of money. I normally pay £3 odd for a pint of Guinness, and I end up paying £6 for a bottle of IPA, but I shouldn't moan too much. One of these days, this channel's going to start making me money, and I'll be fine, and I'll go and drink beer and take photos around the world. Who knows? Anyway, got plenty of photos. Some, trying to capture some of the classic look of the place. I did find a few shots where it was quite nice to get some people in them as well. A few odd ones. I got quite an interesting photo of I think it's interesting anyway, of a telephone box just kind of peeping above a little stone wall. There was an old Land Rover parked on one sort of corner. Unfortunately, I couldn't kind of get a shot of the whole vehicle in because of other stuff that was around it, and it just would have looked like a car parked on the side of the road. So I just decided to get some details, some of the classic sort of shops and buildings. They all look really nice, to be honest, and it's a good spot to go if you're ever in England and you're in the southwest of England. I dare say something like Lacock is going to be on your on your to-do list, because it's quite a pretty little place, and I would urge you to go to the Abbey. I've done that before, and actually of all places, the Fox Talbot Photography Museum, which is worth going in. So yeah, I hope you like these photos. As I said, I think I got about a dozen or so that I think were worth sharing with you. Nice spot anyway. Go visit Lacock. I also, this time around, I actually took my, where have I left it? Just a second. I've mentioned in the past that I like to take photos to later on draw them, sketch them, paint them, whatever. And I took a few photos, and actually while I was out, I actually took my pens and paints with me. So here's a little live drawing that I was doing while I sat, and these odd pages are a bit stuck together here, and then I sat on the side of the road and painted the Red Lion pub. And I'll put a photo up so you can see what it should have looked like, and let me know the main difference that you can spot. So yeah, so I had quite a wholesome few hours out, really, sketching and painting, sitting on the side of the street, which was a first for me. I've never done that before. I've always done it at the comfort of my desk or the dining table, and took a few photos. So yeah, I hope you like some of these, and yeah, I'll put some up on Instagram, and I'll put a link to my Instagram feed as well, so please go follow me over there if you so wish. Now I have a week off, and I hope to take some more photos in the next week or so, and I shall obviously be sharing them on here. So I'll see you in another video really soon.